Hey, it's Chuck Carstensen, Remax Results, another video in the video series, What's Hot for Buyers in 2020, heading into 2021. If you missed my other videos, they're obviously on YouTube or on this Facebook page. You could scroll below. We talked about home office because people are working from home and schooling from home. We talked about in-home workout area space because a lot of people are, for safety and for being at home more, want that space to work out at home. The other day I talked about lake homes, very hot, whether it's a second home or primary residence. Last weekend I talked about new construction, remodeling, updates. People are looking for those. They don't want to do work. Today I'm going to talk about other amenities that we're seeing are hotter than we're used to them being, especially in Minnesota. For example, I listed pools. Like, I don't have a pool. I'm outside my front yard. I don't have a pool to show you, but those are pretty hot this year. In the past, it's like, pools may be a negative because of the maintenance. Now people want that recreation in their yard. That's what we're talking about with amenities. So if you have a pool, that's been hot. People have been refinancing or trying to put in pools, and those are expensive nowadays. So pools are expensive to put in. You're probably not going to get that money back out of it if you put it in, but if you're going to use it and it's worth your recreation dollar, go for it. And those are hot right now. Other amenities in the yard, like in the home we're in, the one I'm standing out front of, we do have a indoor hot tub, and that my family, most of us, we kind of like hot tubs, and we don't like have that on our vision board or our goal board, but we have one. So that is an amenity that attracted us to the house, and we use it all the time, like literally 4 or 5 days a week. So that's an example of amenity that could attract somebody. I'm standing outside. I'll probably just flip the camera. Standing outside, and in our old home that we sold, we poured a basketball pad. And one of the reasons I didn't want to leave is I put like $5,000 into that pad. I was like, I don't think we got our money out of it. But here we have a nice long driveway, so just in front of our yard, and we have a basketball family, and we use this extra space to play basketball. Like Lucas, I had him down this driveway dribbling back and forth this morning, and then we're shooting. We came out and played again, and that's what I talk about, extra space. People are looking for that extra space, that upgrade. Acreage land is going to be a separate video in this series, but even over here in this part of the yard, some people don't have a yard. They're in a townhome. They're looking for a yard. Some people are in an apartment or in somebody's house looking to get in a townhome, and then they're looking for an amenity like a park nearby to play. Right here in our front yard, Lucas and I were playing catch with a football the last couple days. So yard space is a big amenity. So variety of things that have always been hot for buyers, but they're still hot now, and almost more hot when it talks about like people who are more stuck in their homes. Like, what can I do if I'm stuck in my home? And remember, like COVID spiking now, some states are doing different things, and you can see yourself potentially being more stuck in your home again coming up soon for a little while. So do you want to be stuck in a home you don't like, who doesn't have the space? And this is why 2020 has been a hot year for people moving, when maybe some people expect, like, why would you be moving? It's COVID going on. Isn't the economy bad? The economy for most people is fine. I know it's not good for everybody, but that's leading to buyers looking for these things. And if you're a seller, because some sellers have two homes. I work with people all the time. They got their home in Florida and they got their home in Minnesota, and they don't really need that home in Minnesota. So if you're somebody who doesn't need that home, doesn't need that big of a home, people are looking for these extra spaces, extra amenities, room for those extra amenities. So you're somebody who should be selling. It's November in Minnesota, we shouldn't be selling. There is such low inventory. Most of the listings are selling at a great pace, almost as well, some cases better, many cases just as well as they were earlier this year when it was super, super hot market, just because there's still tons of demand and very, very limited supply. And especially now, these last couple of weeks, not as many people have been listing. So it's still okay to list your property, even your lake home, like we mentioned in our last video in this series. So if you got any of these amenities I talked about, or you got some different kind of amenity, maybe you got a sports court, maybe you got a playground that's pretty cool and somebody's got little kids. Maybe you've got, like I said, sports court, like a volleyball area. Maybe you've got, a really cool fancy play set, like I said. Maybe there's just other amenities out there, and there's tons of them. You can name them below, or let us know as my mind's going blank. I'm sure there's lots of them that we could talk about. But there's saunas. People sometimes want a sauna in a house. Those are different things that you might have that people might be looking for that'll attract somebody to your home. So Chuck Carstensen, RE/MAX results. Again, another video on the what's hot for home buyers in 2020, 2021. Take care and have a great weekend.